What if the weather you felt today was not just a weather but a warning? Every degree mattered, every choice counted. Climate change is not a just textbook chapter but it's already shaping our life and future. So plug in, turn up the volume and ask yourself, what kind of world are we leaving behind? Assalamualaikum and hi, welcome to the Lapa Podcast. I'm Patricia, the host for today, and with me we have In this episode, we are going to talk about a quite serious topic, which is climate change. Climate change is the long-term shift in Earth's average weather pattern, primarily driven by human activity like burning fossil fuels, which release heat, trapping greenhouse like carbon dioxide and methane that warm the planet, leading to more extreme weather, rising sea levels, and disrupted ecosystem. While natural change occurs, the rapid warming seen today is overwhelmed due to humans impacting everyone globally. Talking about climate change, right? We always get confused between weather and climate change. So, do you guys know what the difference between climate and weather? So, weather is the short-term atmospheric state, which is what happened right now or soon, like a rainy day, while climate is the long-term average of weather pattern. Okay, so Diana, what do you think the main causes of climate change?
Well, I would say the main causes of climate change is start from human activities like burning fossil fuels, agriculture, industry, transportation, and deforestation. Today, I want to emphasize about deforestation that will be main point causes of climate change. Trees are made largely of carbon. We know tree as carbon storage, right? When they are cut down and burned or left to rot, the carbon they have stored for decades is released back into the atmosphere as carbon dioxide, a primary greenhouse gas. It also makes lost carbon sinks and disruption of physical cooling. Imagine that deforestation occur in the Amazon. It will disrupt natural air conditioning system for the atmosphere. Every tree that is cut down is like turning off one part of that system. As more units are shut off, the air becomes hotter and drier, eventually reaching a tipping point where the remaining forest can no longer create its own rain and begin to wither in a dry savanna. Okay, next, let's talk about second causes. It is agriculture. Agriculture is a primary driver of global climate change. Almost all humans that make greenhouse gas emission is through land use, crop production, and livestock management. This sector is the leading source of two highly potent gas like methane, which is released during the digestive processing of ruminant animals. Then nitrous oxide, which result from the widespread application of synthetic and organic nitrogen fertilizer. Additionally, agriculture drives deforestation as vast areas of carbon. Rich forests are cleared to create new pasture land and croplands, releasing stored carbon dioxides and destroying natural carbon sinks. That's all from me.
I agree with your point just now, Diana. So, after all of these causes, right, it must have an impact. So, what do you think the impact of this climate change towards the globe?
Climate change impacts our society in many different ways. First is global warming. Global warming refers to the gradual increase in Earth average temperature. As the planet gets hotter, the climate system becomes more unstable, which affects daily life and the environment. Higher temperature lead to the longer heatwave and unpredictable weather pattern. Global warming also contributes to other climate issues like melting ice, rising sea levels, and extreme storms. It disrupts ecosystem, agriculture, and human activity. Second, the melting of the polar ice and glacier. Rising global temperature causes ice at the north and south poles, as well as mountain glaciers to melt faster than before. This increases sea level, putting low-lying and the coastal area at the risk of the flooding. Community may lose their home and natural habitat are destroyed. Polar animals like polar bear and penguin face a struggle for survival as their living space in disappear. In addition, the main thing is impact ocean current and weather pattern worldwide, causing further instability in the climate system. Third is human and health. Climate change seriously impact human. Although temperature can cause health-related illnesses such as heat exhaustion and heat stroke, particularly among children, the elderly, and the with health condition. Extreme weather events like flood and drought damage home, reduce food production, and limit access to clean water. This problem can cause malnutrition, hydration, and waterborne disease. Climate change also directly affects mental health. People affected by disaster often experience stress, anxiety, and trauma. Overall, climate change threatens both physical and mental health, making it a major global concern.
So I 100% agree with you just now. So we as a human, right, we need to do something. So Auni, what is the mitigation strategies that can help reducing the issue of climate change?
So basically, climate change mitigation refers to any action taken by government, business, or even people to reduce or prevent greenhouse gases, or to enhance carbon sinks that remove them from the atmosphere. These gases trap heat from the sun in atmosphere, keeping it warm. Since the industrial era began, human activities have led to the release of dangerous levels of greenhouse gases, causing global warming and climate change. But, however, despite unambiguous research about the impact of our activities on the planet, climate, and growing awareness of the severe danger climate change poses to our societies, greenhouse gases emissions keep rising. If we can slow down the rise in greenhouse gases, we can slow down the pace of climate change and avoid its worst consequences. So by reducing greenhouse gases, we can achieve shifting away from fossil fuels. We know that it was the biggest source of greenhouse gases, and improving energy efficiency, then changing agriculture practices, and restoring and conserving ecosystem. So everyone has a role to play in climate change mitigation, right? From individuals adopting sustainability habits and advocating for change to government implementing regulation, providing incentive or facilitating investment, the private sector, particularly those business and companies responsible for causing high emissions, should take a leading role in innovating, funding, and driving climate change mitigation solutions. So, by integrating renewable energy technologies such as solar, wind, and geothermal power into their growth strategies, these economics can reduce their emission, enhance energy security, and create new economic opportunities and then jobs. So these shifts not only contribute to global mitigation efforts, but also set a precedent for sustainability development.
I really agree with your point just now. Your point is really insane. So climate change is not just a story of loss, it's a story of choice. Every action we take, every conversation we start, and every decision we make shape the future of this planet. The science is clear, but the ending is still being written. If today's episode made you think, question, or even feel uncomfortable, then it has done its job. Change begins with awareness and grows with action. Thank you for listening, for caring, and for being part of the solution. This is Lapa Podcast. Until the next time, protect our planet because this is the only home we have.